All right, we are going to talk about the Doom principle. It's not just a money management technique, it's also a profit optimization strategy. And what does that mean? Well, it means we've got a little bit more information to cover in this presentation. But first, why do I call it the Doom principle? Well, it is pretty simple because I love Invader Zim.
Enemies. I gotta sing the Doom song now. Doom, 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 doom.
And sometimes I feel like that in trading a little bit. Not the Doom part, but just sitting there drooling on myself because I just can't stand looking at the computer screen anymore. And that's why I call it the Doom principle, because I like Invader Zim. Not really any other purpose behind it other than that. All right, so to understand the Doom principle, let's consider the following situation. You're in a great trade and you want to stay in and get more profit from the trade because you figure the market's going to continue in that direction. But the problem is you don't know when you should close the trade and take the profit. If you wait too long, the market could turn and you might end up breaking even or even losing money. I think we've all been there before, or at least I've been there quite a few times, where I wanted to stay in and make it an even better trade, but I had no idea where to get out. I ended up staying in too long and lost money instead of gaining money. And it's really disheartening seeing that happen. And that's where the Doom principle comes in. Now, why did I create the Doom principle? Well, exactly for this reason. But where and when and how, etc. It was actually on vacation in Park City, Utah. So I wasn't actually spending my vacationing, but me and my wife and my daughter were in Park City with Rob and his kids, and I stayed in the hotel because I don't really like vacation. I don't really take time off, and I don't really like going outside much. I'm kind of a vampire. But anyways, I was in the hotel room, and I just continued working on a money management principle and technique that I could use to get trades to be more profitable and using less risk. Because what we've been taught for a long time is that in order to make more money, we have to use more risk. We have to be more risky in our trading. And I don't like that idea. I don't like being too risky, especially when, my account size or my account is the only thing producing revenue for me and my family. I would rather not risk all of it. So keeping the risk as low as possible while still being able to optimize how much profit I'm taking. The profit maximization strategy is designed to take some of that profit off the table quickly, so when your trade is in profit already, tuck it away a little bit at a time and reduce significantly, if not entirely, the risk of getting out at a loss if the market turns. So I want to be able to keep some of the profit, if not all of the profit, that I possibly can while in a trade that I want to stay in. All right, this is going to start making more sense the further we go. So how does it work? Let's take the same situation we had before, the one where we're in a trade, we want to continue in that trade because we think it's going to be more profitable, but we don't want to get out at a loss. The trade is awesome and is well into profit. Once we reach a certain amount of profit, we would close half the position, move to break even of profit, and take an additional trade. Now, I'm going to explain each of these little procedures in depth. That way, it's not so confusing, because right now, this is still very confusing, even to me, and I'm the one who invented it. All right, here's what closing half of a position would look like. Let's say we have a trade size of 4 micro lots, and the trade is currently positive $20 of profit. Now, the broker automatically performs all the tasks that are needed for this, so all you would do would be to close out half of the position size, which is closing out 0.02 or 2 micro lots. Your trade would be reduced by 2 micro lots, and you would close $10 of profit. So that's $10 of profit that you would actually realize in your account. Your trade is still open, but now it's only 2 micro lots, and you have positive $10 of profit that's still unrealized. So you realize $10 of profit, so it's in your balance, and you have currently unrealized profit of $10. Your risk has been reduced, and no matter what, you have made $10 of profit, which is awesome. All right, now you open an additional trade in the same direction as the first. So let's say the first trade was a buy, and it was 4 micro lots. The new trade could be whatever you want, and I'm just going to choose 4 micro lots to make this simple. But you could do like 1 mini lot, or you could do 6 micro lots, or whatever you want to do. But basically, at this point, you're pretty much safe, and you won't be losing money at this point. Okay, now here's the sort of complicated part. It's the part about the break even. Breaking even at profit instead of breaking even at the initial open price. So this is more of a mental stop, or you can let a robot do it for you. I have a robot that does it for me, where if your profit goes back down to 0, you exit all the trades. So you have a running profit of $10, and you place an additional trade. It's not where it goes back down to the original entry price of the first trade. It's where it goes down to the negative of that most recent trade, cancels out the positive of the original trade. So let's say it goes down to negative $5, and the first trade that was opened is at positive $5. Well, $5 minus $5 is $0. So you would exit all the trades if the profit goes down to 0. If you were to wait until you got down to the original entry price of the original trade, you would actually be negative by, I don't know, potentially quite a bit. It depends on how much you set that profit for. So you don't want to lose any of the profit you already made. So a normal break-even stop would be when the market goes back down to the original entry price. However, doing that would actually mean losing money at this point, now that we opened a second trade. We do not want to lose money. We want to make sure that no matter what, we have that $10 profit we closed out already. So what do we do next? We repeat the process. Now, if we reach a predetermined amount of profit, we do the same thing again. So let's say that we set that predetermined amount to $12. So the first one, the very first trade, it got to $20 profit. We closed out half. So we took $10 of profit off the table. Now we're going to wait for the trades to make $12 cumulative total of profit. So between those two trades, if we get to $12 of profit, we close out half of the position, half of our total position, which means closing out half of both of the trades. So here's what it would look like. The original trade is down to 2 micro lots from the first closure, and the second trade is 4 micro lots. After we close half the position, it would take the first trade down to 1 micro lot, and the second trade down to 2 micro lots. So we started out with a 4 micro lot trade originally. We closed out half, so it was 2 micro lots. We took a second trade of 4 micro lots. Now that we've gone to $12 of profit, we close out this 2 micro lots, half of it, so we get down to 1 micro lot. And we close out half of this one, so we're down to 2 micro lots on that one. So we have a total of 3 micro lots still open. Now we have a 1 micro lot trade, a 2 micro lot trade, and $6 more tucked away. So that brings our total realized profit. The profit that's been added to your account balance is positive $16. And you have a running total of $6 of profit. So that's your unrealized, would be the $6 that's still open. So do we place another trade? Yes, we do. It's time to place another trade in the same direction as the first trade. So this is going to be a third trade, and it's also going to be 4 micro lots, which is the same as that second trade that we took. With our 3 trades open now, 1 micro lot, 2 micro lot, 4 micro lot. We wait and watch for the cumulative profit to equal $12 again. Then we close half again. Now, you can't divide 0.01 in half. There is no lot size like that unless you have some weird broker that can do a 0.001 lot size. But for all intents and purposes, 1 micro lot is about as low as you can go. So we can't actually divide that in half. So we have two options for the 1 micro lot trades. We can leave it open, or we can just close it out completely. We'll get to those here in just a little bit when we look at the robot, and we'll compare what those look like. But for right now, let's say that we're going to leave it open, and it brings our trades to 1 micro lot, which is the very first trade we took. We divided it in half twice, so now it's down at 1 micro lot. So we leave it open. The second trade was 2 micro lots, so now it's 1 micro lot. And the third trade was 4 micro lots. Now it's 2 micro lots. So once again, we've taken about $6 profit off the table. Since we didn't actually close anything on this one, it's not exactly $6 of profit. It's actually a little bit less because this one, we didn't close any part of it out. But we take about $6 of profit off the table, bringing the total realized profit to $22. And we still have these trades open at a profit. So then we take another trade in the same direction at 4 micro lots. Okay, so now we're going to have 4 trades open. We've got 1 micro lot, 1 micro lot, 2 micro lots, and 4 micro lots because we just opened a brand new trade in the same direction. We also have $22 of realized profit added to the balance of our account, meaning we took it off the table, so we can't lose that now. All right, now when does this end? Basically, it doesn't. Or at least it doesn't end until you've reached $0 in cumulative running total profit, so unrealized cumulative profit, or the maximum number of trades is reached and it takes profit. So let me explain. We have 2 scenarios here. First, we reach the maximum number of trades. Let's say we set the maximum number of trades to 20. We don't want to take any more than 20 trades. And the market continues in the same direction until we reach the dollar profit. So let's say we set our dollar profit to $50. Well, every time that we reach, and let me go back just a little bit. That way we can see this a little bit easier. There we go. Once we reach this predetermined amount of $12, it actually closes half of the position. So every time we reach $12, it closes out half of the trades, or half the trade sizes, and so it goes back down to 6 or whatever amount it is that we're looking at. So we can't actually reach $50 of profit until we have the maximum number of trades set, which is we had set at 20, and now it's not going to be exiting out of these trades anymore. It's just going to let them sit there until they reach profit, dollar profit of 50. Once we reach dollar profit of 50, we'll close out all 20 trades. This will make more sense when we look at the robot as it goes in some historical testing. So for right now, it's okay if you are super confused. Now, scenario 2, the market turns around, so all the more recent trades start to go negative, and all the older trades will still be positive. Once the negative and the positive trades cancel each other out to where there is $0 unrealized cumulative profit, all trades are closed. Now, for this to make a little bit more sense, let's take a look at the Euro-US dollar, which is going down. All right, let's say we placed a trade here, and then we placed a trade here, and then we placed a trade here, 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 here. Oh man, a lot of trades. Okay, and then there. All right, now these more recent trades would be going negative at around, at this point. This trade right here would be negative. This trade right here would be negative. This one would be negative. This one would be negative. And finally, it comes up to here to where this one is just about break even. At this point, we're looking at $0 of profit because even though this one up here is still positive, this one down here is negative by about the same amount. I know that's not exact math on this, but the robot actually does exact math. I don't do exact math in my brain because then my brain hurts. And I'd rather not have my brain hurting right now, especially when I'm supposed to be presenting on this lesson. Regardless, now when we get up to this point, we're about $0 of profit cumulative, so we close out of all of these trades. But we still have, if you remember, the profit that we had closed out from all the trades that were coming down here. So in the case that we are looking at in the presentation, we had made $22 up to this point. So we actually made $22 on this entire set of trades. Even if it went back around and it went back to $0 of unrealized cumulative profit and all the trades were closed, we had still made $22. All right. Now, why does this help? Or how does this help? This helps us keep our risk minimal, keep a small amount of risk while we are riding the market in the direction that we have chosen, trying to get as much profit as possible. And it also keeps small amounts of profit off the table and keeps it safe. So it's no longer being risked, and it's also minimizing your risk because you're reducing your trade sizes as you go. All right, now, how do you know it works? Or how do I know it works? How do I know? Yeah, me. Okay. Well, let's see for yourself, or ourselves. Yourself? Ourselves. All right, let's look at some historical examples before I confuse myself even further. Okay. I'm going to put this in visual mode so we can take a look at it as it's going. And this is the Doom robot, and it's for the moving average divergence trading system. Now, all of this is relatively self-explanatory. In fact, most of it is already in the moving average divergence robot. We've got candles back, which is moving average divergence, pips to trade 2, just in case it goes negative and it has to take a second trade. Lots trade 1, lots trade 2, dollar profit, which is a little bit less applicable here, simply because with the Doom principle, we'll be exiting all the or most of the trades at $10. We'll be exiting them, all of them, closing out half of the position sizes of all of them at $10. Eventually, it can reach $100 with all the trades open, but we'll get to that later. All right, we've got the moving average cross periods, which I'm just going to leave at 17 and 24 because that's the default for the Euro US dollar. Now, the Doom lots, 4 micro lots is what I set it to, but you can put this whatever you want. That's the lot size of each additional Doom style trade. Max trades, I'm going to leave it at 30. And close min lot trades. That means close minimum lot size trades. If it gets all the way down to 1 micro lot, which is the smallest my broker can go, this set to true will simply close those trades out. This set to false will leave them open. It just won't close them because you can't close out half of a 1 micro lot trade. So just leave it open and it'll just continue to run until we close out all the trades altogether. Now, this will make a lot more sense when we start looking at some examples. So I'm going to go ahead and start this up, and I'm going to bring this back down. And I'm going to pause this so it doesn't take off without me. There we go. I put on a basic. Now, we're not going to look at the trade setups themselves, so I'm not putting the moving average divergence indicator on the chart, so I don't really necessarily care at the moment why the initial trades are being placed. We're just covering the Doom principle itself. Okay, so we bought 0.04, so it's 4 micro lots. It's going down. That's great. First trade is just terrible. So it's 1 mini lot is the second trade size. Okay, now here's where a whole bunch of complicated stuff happened all at once. We got up here, and then we reached $10 of profit, so we closed out half of the trades, and then we reached $10 of profit again. So we closed out another $5 trades, and then it went down to 0. Now let's look at the results, because this is where things make a lot more sense. Although it probably doesn't appear that way because there's 800 things going on. This was the initial buy trade all the way over here. This was the initial buy trade, which is right here. This is the second buy trade, because when the trade goes against you by a certain amount and then another setup happens, you take another buy trade. Now we reach, let's zoom in even further now because we're getting right up in this thing. And this all happened really quickly. We reached $5 of profit. So if you look here, we closed out this buy, and now it's at 0.02. See, this buy right here is now 0.02. And we've got numbers here, so order numbers. That helps you to kind of understand a little bit where those trades were in the order of being placed. So the first trade closed. I closed out half of it, so it's negative $15. But the second trade closed out half, so it's 0.05 now. And it closed out at positive 20, so that's $5 of profit. You can see right over here, the balance is $10,005. $5 of profit. Now we buy another, which is here. And by the way, in case this looked really confusing, which I'm sure it does, the reason why you're seeing these trades open in this way is that the way that your broker does this is it closes out half of this trade and it reopens the half of the trade that you actually want to be there. So at the same price. So I don't know why they do it that way, but it closes out basically the entire trade and then reopens the second half of the trade, but at the same price as it was before. So as it was originally. I have no idea why they do it that way, but that's how it works. So basically it closed out the first trade and then it rebought, but at the exact same price, even though it's not even close to that. And then it closed out the second trade and then it rebought the 5 micro lots, which is the second half, at the same price it was originally. And then we opened a new 4 micro lot trade, which was like over here or here or whatever. Okay. Then we reach $5 of profit, or $10 of profit again. And we close out half of the trade sizes again. So we closed out the first trade, which was at it was 4 micro lots, and it was 2 micro lots. Now it's 1 micro lot because we closed out half, and it's negative 7. I'm going to bring up a calculator so this seems a little bit more understandable. Here we go. All right, so the first trade, where can I put this? Maybe shrinking it would help. There we go. Okay, so the first trade we closed out at negative 7. Negative 7. There we go. The second trade closed out at $8.96 of profit. So we're going to say plus 8.96 equals 1.96. And then the third trade closed out half of its position at 0.94. So we'll say plus 0.94. About $3 of profit that we've got on top of that now. Whew. Now it's getting really confusing. Now you see why I use a robot for this. Now we get to the point where all of the trades, because we open another one, another 4 micro lot trade. Now we get to the point where all of the trades added up together equals 0, so it closes all 4 trades completely. So let's add this up really quick. We're going to say negative 7.75 plus 11.22. I hate when it does that. Okay, 11.22 minus 7.75 minus 0.54 minus 3. So we lost 7 cents total. Now, if you look at this, you might get a little bit confused looking at the balance going up and down, shifting around when all the trades are closed at the profit break even. But what you really want to look at is the closing balance of that final trade which is right here, $10,007.84, and this balance up here. So the difference between this balance, which is where we had last closed out half, $10,007.91, and this one, $10,007.84, is negative 7 cents. So it's probably never going to get out at exactly $0. A lot of the times you'll see it'll be like a positive 6 cents or a negative 6 cents or something like that, because it's really difficult to actually close out all the trades at exactly $0, especially when there are multiple trades open. Now that I have sufficiently confused the crap out of everyone watching this video, let's just watch as we go along, and we'll look at some more examples. Probably in less detail, because that gets really long. Here's where it happened again. Ooh. Trying to get over there as quickly as I can. There we go. Okay, opened an initial trade. It closed out half. Open another one, 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 closed out half. Whew. Results. This is going to be awesome. There we go. There. All right. So this is where we ended the last one. That's where we ended the first set. So now we opened another trade at 4 micro lots, closed out half, $5. Then we opened another 4 micro lot trade, closed out half at about, actually a little over $5. That's cool. Then we open another 4 micro lot trade, and then we close out half again, $1.58, $1.42, $1.09, and then 72 cents. And then we open up another 4 micro lot trade. Then we close out half again, which is 58, 42, 30, 16, 19, 16, and we just keep going. We keep doing this over and over again until finally it all averages out to 0, which this is a lot of trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, wow, 30 trades. We got all 30 trades open on this one. So at the last time that we exited out half, we had $10,025.14. When we get done with all of this mess, we end up with, yeah, $10,022.85. Yeah, again, very difficult to close out trades, this many trades especially, and keep it at exactly 0. But regardless, from the time that we took those first trades, which was up here, we were at 10,007. Yeah, 10,007.84. So this second set of trades actually made $15, almost $16. That's almost $16 in just a very short span of time. Now let's continue watching as we go along. Happened again. So went a little bit against us at first, but then it came back down, and then it started taking half off the table. Here we go. Looking down here. Weren't too many trades open this time. We had the sell, closed out half, and we took another 4 micro lot sell, closed out half, had another 4 micro lot sell, and we closed out when it all equaled just about 0. This time it actually came out, that still came out like negative 20 cents or something. Negative 16 cents? Yeah. But still. This third set here, we went from 10,022 up to 10,032. So in this short span of time, we made another $10 on these sets of trades with very little drawdown. All right, because none of the additional trades would have drawn down. It's only this first trade that would have drawn down a little bit at the beginning here. But once it opens that first additional trade, it's no longer looking to take a loss. It will take $0 profit. So let's continue. There's another sell. There's another sell. It's a buy setup, sell setup. There's a buy setup. Oh, wow, that was a big one. Look at that one. The buy setup went negative at first, and then it came right back up again, and it just, holy crap, that took a lot of trades. Good times. Very good times. Okay, I'm going to stop the visual mode now that we've seen what's going on here. And we're just going to take a look at a back test as it goes along so we can see the equity curve, etc. So we're going to go to the graph. Now take a look at this equity curve. Isn't this thing just wild? Look at this. It's like a hump, and then it goes up, and then a hump, and it's just the equity looks like it's all over the place. And the balance is just kind of a steady straight up. Right here is this this big jump right here is where we actually had 30 trades open, and it went all the way up and took profit at $100 because all 30 trades were open and there wasn't any way to close out half of them anymore. So we got all the way up to, we got $100 out of this set of trades. So that's pretty cool. Now let's look at the report. We drew down by $308 at some point, but we took 957 trades. We made $800 on this particular, on this system, the moving average divergence with Doom trading stuff over the course of 8 months. Let's go back to 2016. We're going to take a look at the equity curve for this one on 2016. There we go. Do 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 do. Doom 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 doomy doom 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 doom. That song's gonna be stuck in my head for years. Okay. Here we go. We're still moving. We're up, I don't know, $800, and oh man, we're not even halfway done yet. Oh, it takes some time to test this out because it is very substantial how many trades it places. We're down to wow, 1,107 trades. Man, it's a lot of trades. Oh, look at that. Took profit at $100 that time. That's pretty cool. Still going up. Still placing tons of trades. Oh, we're just halfway done now. Man. Still going up. Still going up. I'm not sure what this is. It's probably a gap or something. Or took a bunch of trades and then it went, I don't know. Not sure what this was. But we're still moving up. Moving up. Oh, took another $100 profit one. That's cool. Oh, man, this takes forever. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Let's look at the report. We drew down by $500, so about 5% of a $10,000 account. But we made $2,283, and we took 2,556 trades. So we drew down by 5% to make almost 23%. So maybe now it's starting to become a little bit more clear why the Doom principle is so useful. Now, the last thing is I wanted to show you what it's like when we close out those 1 micro lot trades instead of leaving them open. So whenever it gets down to where the trade is only 1 micro lot, instead of leaving it open, it will close it out because you can't divide a 1 micro lot trade in half. So this one just closes that out instead. So everything else is exactly the same. Just now we're going to close out of those 1 micro lot trades. This is still valid Doom principle. It's just the way of managing that 1 micro lot trade. You can see the equity curve is a little bit less hectic, and that's because it doesn't have so many trades open all at once. You'll almost never see all In fact, you probably will never see all 30 trades open at the same time. I don't think that's even possible. Because by the time that first trade gets down to 1 micro lot, it closes out that first trade at a micro lot, and it just continues opening more trades. So although you'll never see all 30 trades open at the same time, you'll also never see it take profit at $100 because it never gets to the point where it has all 30 trades open. But again, still valid doom principle, because if it turns around and goes down to $0 of profit, then it closes out. But you still end up with the cumulative realized profit that you had been taking off the table. Now I'm just rambling because I don't have anything else to say while this is going. We could listen to the Doom song again, I guess. We're getting so close. Ooh, close. And almost done. There we go. All right. We had the same drawdown, $500, 5%. We made $2,330, took 1,563 trades. So we drew down by 5% so that we could make $2,330, 23%, over 23%. Drawdown of 5% to make 23%. I'd say that is pretty reasonable. All right. Now, the last thing I want to answer, why is there a max trade setting? Well, because when this is set to false and it leaves all of those 1 micro lot trades open, if you have a $1,000 trading account, you probably don't have enough margin to actually open 30 trades, even at all 1 micro lot apiece. So if you only have $1,000 in your trading account, you probably don't have enough margin to open that many trades. So you'd want to reduce it down to something else. That's about it. That's all for the Doom principle and looking at the Doom principle and learning it and confusing everybody. If you have questions, please let me know. And there will be more coming out for the Doom principle in the coming future. But for right now, enjoy the Doom robot and enjoy the other robots. And goodbye for now.